On the flooding issue ravaging Nigeria, Wike queries federal government Uzodinma over $12.5 million Calabar Port contract. Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has criticized the APC-led federal government for what he described as playing politics with the dredging of River Niger and River Benue. Reacting to questions from newsmen during his media chat in Port Harcourt, Governor Wike stated that the reason behind the flooding, which is ravaging parts of his state and different parts of the country, is simply because the federal government has repeatedly played politics with the dredging of these two important rivers, which has resulted in an increase on water level. It will be recalled that the federal government, through the Nigerian Ports Authority, awarded the contract for the dredging of Calabar Seaport to the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, who was then a serving senator representing Imo West Senatorial District through his company, Niger Global Engineering and Technical Company Limited, paid a total sum of $12.5 million, about 26 billion naira, a project he failed to execute till date. This is according to Wike. You also recall that the Special Presidential Investigation Panel for Recovery of Public Property, led by Chief Okoy Obuno Obla, in 2018 arrested Senator Hope Uzodinma, the then Imo APC governorship candidate, for failure of his company to execute a contract of $12 million for the dredging of the Calabar Channel. After about 1 year of evading arrest, he was later released on bail on held conditions. Governor Nyesom Wike, in his media chat on Friday, 14th October 2022, queried the contract awarded a few years ago for the dredging of the Calabar Seaport and the status of the project. According to him, he said, "I heard some time ago that the federal government awarded the dredging of the Calabar Seaport. What happened? Where is the money? We need people that can say, no, this cannot happen." Today, you hear they have awarded the dredging of Calabar Seaport. All kinds of politics. To whose interest is this? For the River Niger and the River Benue not to be dredged, causing untold hardship to our people, Wike stated. Clarke asks Buhari to release Kanu, knocks Malami. Elder statesman and leader of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, Edwin Clarke, has urged the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, to order the release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, in line with court's judgment. In a statement on Monday, Clarke also faulted Malami, whom he said had abandoned part of his job and involved in what he described as executive rascality, to the dismay of patriotic citizens. He said, "I consider this stance of the federal government as rather imperious and needless. I therefore earnestly call on President Muhammadu Buhari to obey the judgment of the Court of Appeal and order the immediate release of Nnamdi Kanu in the interest of peace in the country, in the Southeast Zone in particular." I remember, and it is well known, that when the leaders, elders, and traditional rulers of the Southeast pleaded with President Muhammadu Buhari during a meeting in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State, to release Kanu and other pro-Biafran agitators in detention, the president responded that Nnamdi Kanu's fate will be decided by court. And even when the Igbo leaders visited him at Aso Rock, the president again said the matter was no longer in his hand and that the security agencies, but in the hand of the judiciary, and that whatever the court decides would be final. Now that the Court of Appeal has given its judgment on the matter, I am imploring the president to obey the judgment of the court and release the young man and allow peace to reign. At this time, when insecurity is the order of the day, anything that would enhance the peace and stability of the country must be embraced. The Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, needs to appreciate the fact that he is the Chief Law Officer of the Federation, as provided in Section 150, Subsection 1 of the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria as amended. He is expected to play a neutral role at all times and in all matters. He is not the chief law officer of a section of the country, a group, or the Mieti Allah, or even the president. But I have sadly observed that the Attorney General has no doubt abandoned part of his job and is now involved in executive rascality to the chagrin of and dismay of patriotic Nigerians at home and abroad. Northerners don't need an Igbo or Yoruba president. What Northerners need is a president who is from North. This is according to Atiku Abubakar, and this has been raising concerns in different parts of the country. And this was coming from the person who called himself the unifier. And who is still in doubt should be clear of his or her doubt by now. This bigot must be defeated and sent on permanent political retirement and exile. With all the sense of sincerity, I thought Atiku is more intelligent than this. In fact, he has shot himself on the foot by that statement. If you like to see the video, look at the video. It's a belated video, but it is still making waves.
Yeah, Professor Ango, 35. And I have traversed the whole of this country. I know the whole of this country. I have built bridges across this country. I think what the average northerner needs is somebody who is from the north and who also understands the other parts of Nigeria and who has been able to build bridges across the rest of the country. This is what the northerner needs. He doesn't need a Yoruba candidate or an Igbo candidate. This is what the northerner needs. So I believe I stand before you as a pan-Nigerian of northern origin. Thank you very much.